Welcome back, and the next step is placement of rebars on the RC columns and beams. Now, I'll go to this tool here, the container rebars, and I'll be able to get my tool here for the pad footing rebars or reinforcement. I'll come to single footing reinforcement, and I'll pick on that. I can also press Shift and left click on that tool, and I'll be able to get this dialog box here. So under this dialog box, if you left click here, you'll be able to get your presets here. So I have this preset in place. So if you have a preset, just select the preset and load, and the system will pick the settings that you had previously prepared. And if I click on that and load, and if I come here, you'll be able to see the settings here. So the settings are here, and if I come to figure, you'll be able to see that. And if I check this, I'll be able to get the top bars in place, but I've decided just to get rid of them for now. So if I come here, I'll select on that, and I'll select the pad footing. So the moment I select the pad footing, I'll right click, and now I'll define the orientation of my rebars. So I'll snap on that spot here and snap on this spot here to define the orientation of my rebars. So if I click on that, I'll be able to get the rebars in place. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing here and right click and come and snap on that spot and snap on that spot to give an orientation of my rebars. I select on that pad footing, right click and snap on that corner here and snap on that corner there. So I have my pad footing already with rebars in place. So I'll right click to terminate that command so that I'll be able to turn this by right clicking and hold and turn it and turn my cursor, my mouse like that. I'll pick the same tool and select the pad footing right there, right click, then come and define the orientation or the direction in which you intend to arrange your rebars. I'll come here and select on that, right click, and I'll pick that corner there and snap on that corner right there. I'll right click and terminate that. So if you take a look here, I have my rebars already in place. So the next thing remaining is to place the column rebars. So I'll come to polygon column reinforcement. I can press Shift and left click there to get the dialog box where I have all my presets. And if I pick on that, I'll be able to see all the presets I have. The key thing with these presets is because it saves you time, because instead of every column you have to set or define, it's time consuming. So the moment you set all this, you save, and you'll be able to speed up your work. So in bit by bit, I'll be taking you on how to make these presets or macro presets. So for now, let me just show you how we can reinforce these. So I'll pick on this column, then I'll right click, then I'll pick the foundation here and right click once again, and I'll have my rebars in place. So I'll come here once again and select the column and right click and select the foundation and right click once again, and I have my rebars in place. So I select on this, then right click, then pick on the foundation, the pad footing, then right click once again, and I'll have that in place. So I'll right click once again to terminate that command so that I'll be able to rotate this comfortably and zoom it closer and pick and invoke the column polygon column reinforcement. I'll pick the column, then right click and pick the foundation, then right click once again, and the rebars will be in place. So if I pick this once again, right click and pick on the foundation, right click and right click twice, and there we are. I have my rebars in place. So you see this, I have all these in place, and you can see this is trying to create an error here. So if I double click here, or I come back here and undo that, let me undo, fuck. After creating these column rebars like this, and this one like this, we can also go ahead and copy them the other side. So I can just select any rebar in this column, and select left click and select that, right click, then come to rebars, then pick on select same parent and select on that. So I'll right click and come to copy. So the moment I pick on copy, I'll snap at the bottom end here and take it the other end here and place it somewhere there. So the moment I place it there, you'll be able to see I have rebars in place. I can also go ahead and copy the rebars once again. I'll select a point here also. Let me just zoom, but I'm blocked by this member, so I'll right click and terminate that command, and then I'll turn this like that. So I'll come this far end and pick any part of this rebar and right click and come to rebar and select same parent. So once all the rebars have been selected, I'll right click and come to special copy and pick copy, and I want to copy the rebars from this bottom end here. I'll snap on that spot and come here and place it somewhere there. So I have my rebars in place, and if you take a look here, I have all my rebars in place. Now I'm going to place my rebars on the beams. So I'll pick on the beams here, then come and just straight select the beams, then right click once again, and I have my beams rebar in place. So you can see that. I'll come back again and select this beam, right click twice, and we have our beams in place, our rebars beams in place. So I'll come back once again and select the beam, then right click twice, and we have the rebars in place like that. So how simple is this? Come back and select the beam I want to reinforce. I'll right click twice and I'll have that in place. So that's how we go about that. And I click on empty screen and I have my rebars in place like that. So let's meet then on the next presentation, where we'll now be creating the rebar drawings on the foundation drawings and the assembly drawings for the columns, assembly drawings for the bracings, assembly drawings for the platform. And if you take a look here, we had already done all this. The connection here you can see on top here is well connected. Everything is connected. It's well connected. For select on that, you'll be able to turn that, and you'll be able to see how neatly this has been done by COMOSYS. So it's always better to try. Have a try on COMOSYS and feel the joy of using this particular software. It's user friendly compared to other softwares I've ever used. So if I turn that, you can see, and it's perfect. Even the drawings are super neat. So you see the drawings, how the drawings comes out, and also easy to generate, and also to customize the drawings how you want them to be. So this is how it looks. So let's meet then, and bye bye.